Let's say hello to Maria in San Francisco. Maria, KGO, how come you need a lawyer?
Hi, Len. I'm a big fan.
Thank you.
I am calling because I had a get-together last Saturday, and 2 police officers showed up at my door, one of them kind of lingering.
Wait, a get-together? You mean a wild and crazy party with people throwing up on the lawn?
No. Just literally a get-together.
How old are you?
I'm 23.
And this was not a wild, crazy party?
No, it was for my fiancé. He's 29.
Okay, please go on.
So we're having this get-together. It's about 2 o'clock in the morning now. Everybody's settled down and hanging out. There's a few people in the backyard smoking cigarettes.
Right. At 2 a.m. in the morning, right?
Yeah, no noise.
If it was at my house at 2 a.m. in the morning, everybody would be asleep. But I'm an old fart. You know, I'm not 23. Yeah, just settling down at 2 a.m. I got it.
Just
please go on.
Down.
Yeah.
So one of my guests says there's a police officer in your hallway. And
You mean in the house, or you live in an apartment house? What kind of house do you live in?
I live in a flat. So he walked up the stairs.
Right.
And
There were other apartments there, right?
No, it's just us.
So he was in your apartment?
He's standing in my hallway.
How did he get into your hallway?
Well, the gate was open, so I'm assuming he let himself in.
Okay.
And he says, we're looking for 2 black men. They ran into your garage.
Are you a black person?
No.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I got nervous, and I was like, okay, what's going on? He's like, is this door supposed to be open? And he points at my garage door, which is closed. And I said, no, it's closed. There's people in the backyard back there if you go through the garage. His partner, meanwhile...
Wait, was your garage door open?
No.
So what does he mean? Is it supposed to be open?
I don't know. I didn't understand either.
Okay.
And his partner, meanwhile, is trying to open the physical door, not the big rolling door, but the little door on the side.
The door to the backyard.
The door to the backyard. And I said, please tell your partner to stop. I have guests down there. I mean, they both have their guns drawn.
Wait.
Yeah.
If a cop has a gun pulled and he wants you to do something, you don't tell him stop.
No, I wasn't telling him to stop. I said, let me warn my guests and my fiancé who are standing right there.
Okay.
To scare them.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, okay, and he told his partner, and I couldn't hear what the partner said back, but I said, do not enter. I will go down there. I will open the garage door.
Mm-hmm.
So I run down there, and the second I get down there, I see the partner holding a gun to my fiancé. And then,
is your fiancé a black guy?
Said, no.
Okay.
And I said, oh, my God, what is going on? Stop it. We haven't done anything. And he said, oh, it's all clear. And then he just left. And that was it. And then for about an hour, they were standing outside of my house with flashlights.
You know, let me go through this again. It's very important. If a cop pulls a gun and tells you, all of you out there, to do something, you do it. Don't worry about...
That's fine.
Right. Don't worry about your civil rights.
That's fine.
Yeah, don't make a cop mad at you. So...
that's fine. But
now, you're calling to ask me how the hell could they do this? This is America, right? Something like that?
Kind of.
Yeah, I can answer that.
The fact that I knew that my doors were closed. I knew that there were no men running into my house at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, but they didn't know that. Look, if they actually saw people fleeing from a criminal scene run into your property, the cops could argue they have exigent circumstances, special circumstances that allow them to enter your property without a valid search warrant.
Okay.
Really and truly, if you weren't making a lot of noise, and I believe you on that, and it was a quiet party and nothing was going on, and no loud music at 2 a.m., people were just talking quietly, right?
Yeah.
You know, cops don't bother you usually. You know, it's when you have, when you were 19 and you had those crazy wild parties and the neighbors complain, then the cops show up. But they don't pull their guns. Rarely do they pull guns. They must have had a report or something serious going on. And they're allowed to do that. Exigent circumstances, okay?
Okay.
And again, the reason I like this call is it lets all of you know. Thank you, Maria. The reason this call is so important is it lets all of you know. Don't argue with cops. Don't tell them what your civil rights are. None of that stuff. It's 2 yes sirs and yes ma'ams and whatever they want. They're cops. They got guns and badges. Later you can worry if they overstep their bounds. You can call me and complain. Don't complain to the cops. Just do what they want. No kidding. You are not, a constitutional lawyer, and that's not the proper forum to have that, conversation. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Whatever you say. Thank you, officer.
Yeehaw! Yeehaw!